course, I want to ask you about Baker. And Baker, let's just call it what it is beloved here in Tampa.
You should be.
I mean, the grit, of course, that he has shown. Level guys on particular runs. I mean, for him to fire up his team. Baker being embraced by this franchise, Baker being embraced in Tampa Bay, that is not an easy task given who he followed. And of course, following Brady and what Brady meant to Tampa Bay in the final seasons of his career, for Baker to come in and find his own way of leading this team has been really special to watch unfold. So you get to see it on a little bit of a different level at One Buc Place. Just how much does he mean to the organization right now?
The leadership qualities just jump out at you, right? The dude makes tough plays in tough situations. He elevates the entire team. We've seen that. I mean, just the play, the highlight plays show that. It helps, of course, he has talent around him. He's best or second best, according to some people, wide receiver room in football. But it starts with him. Baker's a top 10 quarterback for me, man. I don't see how anybody can say otherwise. He's got pocket toughness. He's gritty. He sits in there and takes hits. There's nothing wrong at all with the way he throws a football. It's quick release. He can throw with timing. He can throw out of the pocket. The improvisational skills that he has, or an off script skills that he has, or like second to none. I mean, other than some of these young guys that are just ridiculous athletes, and he's got great fire. Right? He fired. I remember a play in the New Orleans Saints game. I think I broke it down on a Bucs podcast a couple of during the season last year. They're losing a game. He runs out of pockets, gets hit, gets up, and he's starting to fight. Like, he's basically starting to fight. And the rest of the team rallied around. The offensive line came, the tight ends came, everybody came, to his defense. And right after that play, went down and scored. The defense got a stop, and the Bucs ended up blowing out the Saints the rest of the afternoon. And I think that's what he is. That's what he brings. Dude threw for 4,500 yards last year, third most compared to Joe Burrow, Jared Goff were ahead of him. Second most touchdowns, 41 touchdowns, most of his career. I mean, he's thrown for 4,000 yards in his 2 years here. And he's had a new coordinator every single year of his career, including this year. And I don't know that it matters. It just doesn't matter. The guy just elevates his game to whatever level he needs it to be at, and people just trail and follow him. It's pretty awesome to watch, man. Now, Brady did it a different way, but he does it as well. And I think that's why Tampa Bay is in love with them, and they should be.
Yeah, sitting in the stands of Raymond James Stadium, the love for Baker is palpable, man. Yep. It's just the way he plays, the swagger in which he carries himself. It just speaks volumes to how much he's been embraced in the post Brady era. Now, you have indicated that Baker is a top 10 quarterback in the NFL, and you were even flirting with the idea that he might even be higher than a top 10. So let's a little exercise. How about a fun little exercise for Rondé Barber here on the Rondé Barber Show? There's, of course, the elite quarterback. We're going to compare Baker to some quarterbacks in the league.
Okay.
But let's just get the easy ones out of the way, because Baker, while he is undoubtedly a top quarterback in the league, there's a tier that he probably doesn't penetrate, and that tier being Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, that tier, right? So
those are your MVPs, right?
Those are the ones that are perennial MVPs and could lead a team to a Super Bowl any given season. Not saying that Baker can't, but that is an elite tier at the moment in the NFL. Let's talk about some other guys that I'm going to ask you, who you think, you would rather have as your franchise quarterback. Okay.
Right. I think I'm going to say Baker Mayfield to every single one of these.
Okay. All right. Let's start in Florida. I think is an easy one. Tua.
Baker Mayfield, not even close. Health wise, and his ability, the toughness factor, his ability to make plays, in and out of the pocket. Yeah, Tua does that, but Tua's more of a timing guy. Baker just does everything better than Tua.
In Green Bay, Jordan Love.
Definitely Baker. Jordan is talent now. I think in a couple of years, Jordan will be one of the guys we're talking about. Holy cow! How do we think anybody was better than this guy? But right now, I'm still taking Baker.
In Houston, C.J. Stroud.
Baker Mayfield. Yeah, I'll take the age over beauty. And CJ had a down year last year, man. It wasn't. He came out of the blocks flying, and he pulled a hamstring halfway through the race last year. He needs to get going again.
All right, with the Chargers, Justin Herbert or Baker Mayfield?
Justin Herbert's a good comparison. I think Baker has more throws than Justin. Justin has a howitzer now. He can throw a football, and he has a lot of talent to do it too. But Baker's more productive, way more productive, actually. I think by 30, 40 yards per game, and touchdowns wise, he doubled them up. So give me Baker. 3
more, and they're getting harder now. Okay. With the Rams, Stafford. Would you rather have Stafford or Baker Mayfield?
5 years ago, Stafford, maybe. But right now, Baker Mayfield. I'm just going to leave it at that because I love Matthew Stafford.
Right.
I love Matthew Stafford.
We're getting harder now. Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, we're getting. Yep.
Pure quarterback, give me Baker. Winner, I'll still take Baker. I'll take Baker. He's beat him. He's beat him twice.
It's true.
He's beat him twice. I'll take Baker.
And we're not doing this based on franchise building. We're doing this based on for the 2025-2026
season. He's beat him
NFL
twice.
season.
All right, every one of those guys you just said that you've said so far, if we played them this year with those quarterbacks, I'm taking Baker to beat them.
All right, I'm giving you one more.
All right,
Jaden Daniels.
Oh, okay, that's different.
Jaden's pretty electric.
Jaden's different, man. And he plays for the team I grew up loving, so I'm kind of partial to Jaden Daniels. I mean, 3,500 yards and 25 touchdowns as a rookie is pretty good, man.
Real quick before we move on, because we're talking.
I'll take Jaden.
Taking
Jaden. Only one.
Jaden Daniels. Ooh. Dangerous. Before we move on this show, Baker Mayfield, your quick synopsis on what you're expecting from him this season. Is it similar to what we saw last year, or are you hoping that he takes the next step? Do you foresee him taking another step?
What I'd love to see Baker do is not turn the ball over so much. I mean, do 16 interceptions. That jumps out. And the good and bad of that is he's obviously able to come back from them, but there were games where those mattered. I'd see the same production. You got a new offensive coordinator in here, but I don't think it changes much at all. I think it's going to be similar, if not the exact same system. And maybe the way they call plays are different, but the way it's set up is the exact same. And I don't see why he doesn't have the same type of production. I mean, it's not like Baker's getting old, man. Baker's still got a lot of exuberance to his play and his demeanor, and I can see another 4,000 plus 40 touchdown year for him. He's got more talent at wide receiver. He'll have healthy Chris Godwin, healthy Mike Evans, and 2 other young guys that are really, really good, man.
Baker, the class of the NFC South. More on that when the Rondé Barber Show returns.